Hello, and welcome to the Secret of Samadhi channel. It is universally accepted that we never stop learning throughout our lives, and each experience adds value to us. Today's story teaches one of the most important lessons in life. Are you curious about it? Well, then watch this video to find out. There was a guy in ancient times who chopped wood and sold it in the marketplace to make a living in a village. He had been living a life of solitude for quite some time, and one day while he was in the woods cutting wood, he saw a monk in the distance, sitting and meditating. He walked over to him and sat opposite him, waiting for him to notice him. The woodcutter opened his eyes and saw the monk looking at him. The man asked a question of the monk when he noticed that he had opened his eyes. "What are you doing here, brother?" "Wise man," I said to the monk, "I'm very poor. How can I increase my wealth?" The monk replied, "Walk further down the road than you have so far." The woodcutter trusted what the hermit had said and began walking. After walking for a couple of hours, he reached a sandalwood forest. The disbelieving but happy man began to cut and sell the sandalwood in the market, soon becoming rich. Months went by, and the woodcutter kept thinking about the monk's words. If the monk invited me to walk ahead along the road to discover wealth, he reflected, perhaps if I return to him, he will be able to lead me to a location where I can find something even more valuable. After the woodcutter had this realization, he went to meet the monk in the forest. The monk was sitting still in meditation when the woodcutter approached him and said, "Oh, wise man, I have found sandalwood in the forest by your grace. Please give me some more advice so that I may be enriched again." The monk answered calmly, "Walk along path again, further than where you are now." The woodcutter continued to follow the monk's instructions. He followed a few more paces and came upon a gold mine. After the woodcutter received an abundance of gold, he went back home. But not long after, he became restless and thought of the monk again. So, he decided to go into the forest to find him once more. The monk was sitting quietly in meditation at all times. After the woodcutter struck gold, he went back to the monk and asked how he could become rich again. The monk replied, "Keep walking." So the woodcutter did as he was told and continued on his journey. He was astonished by the wealth in front of him when he arrived. A hill of rubies, diamonds, and pearls. He quickly became the richest man in town and lived out his days in extravagance. Although he no longer had anything to lack, the woodcutter continued to think about the monk, who knew all these rich locations, but didn't have any of them. The rich man had been up to his old tricks. He decided to pay him another visit, and when he found him still in the same meditative posture, he asked, "Oh, wise man, you instructed me to go ahead and showed me how to acquire money and success. Please tell me why I can't become wealthy by learning where I may draw from for these items?" The monk responded a few seconds later. "You're right, but I found something even more valuable than all those other things. In comparison to what I found, diamonds and rubies are worthless." The woodcutter became curious and asked, "What did you find? Please tell me too." The monk smiled and replied, "I found inner peace, inner happiness, and I was able to find it through meditation. Compared to this, even the greatest pleasures of the world become insignificant." "Oh, my great intellect," said the woodcutter, falling to his knees before the monk. "How worthless and stupid I am! You have far more riches than I do. My soul is impoverished and keeps demanding pebbles at the expense of real wealth from me. Please instruct me in meditation so that I may discover inner serenity." The monk answered by saying that anyone can meditate. You just have to be in a comfortable position and start noticing what's going on in your brain. If any thoughts, emotions, or experiences come up, don't hold on to them too tight. Let them go. Allow those ideas to keep appearing and disappearing as they please. Only after your mind is completely devoid of thoughts will you be in a state of meditation. Only then will you have truly entered a meditative condition when your mind is entirely empty and free. There will be nothing else around you. You will feel complete and pleased with yourself. The rest won't matter much. The woodcutter realized that true happiness does not come from material things after the monk spoke to him. It is something we each have within ourselves, and all we have to do is discover it. We lose sight of the fact that we spend our entire lives pursuing material things, believing that what glitters may make us happy. We forget that everyone has genuine pleasure inside them, the kind that comes from their soul. The only thing to bring it out is through meditation. The ability to cease, or at least minimize, a variety of thoughts throughout our day will lead us to an existence of complete peace. There is no way to compare a diamond or a tangible item with what our own self has to offer. Although instant happiness is not possible, with time and effort, you can get close to it. Practicing meditation regularly will lead you to a state of peace. Now that the secret to happiness has been revealed, are you ready to start your journey? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe. I pray that these words will bring you closer to understanding and be a source of motivation. We look forward to welcoming you in the next video. Namaste. Buddha blesses you.